Welcome to another video on my driving robot of fischertechnik with the TXT controller Discovery. Last time I was trying to find out if I could make a difference between distances, and it turned out that this the differences in the counters was not entirely consistent. The counters are located here, and well, if you make a difference with counting, then you count the last one minus the first one, for example, and then you get a number, a subtraction. However, in this case it turned out that the subtraction at times was negative, and that's not good. So now another problem was that when I put this robot on the floor, or moved it on the floor, and that means that I pick it up and I put it down again, the controller went power off. So what I've done now is trying that again, and that doesn't look promising. So once again I power up the display, I power up the controller, running the community edition of the firmware, but I have no doubt it will happen as well with the standard firmware. Let's wait till it is completely done. Alright, and what happened is that if I touch in one way or another this wire, then it suddenly went power off, and you will always see that it doesn't do it now, and for some reason now it keeps running and powered on, and there it goes. It's off, and I didn't do anything except touching the wires. So what I'm going to check first is this wire. Is this correct? Well, as it looks like, there's nothing wrong with it. So powering up again, what could also be is that the power here is not good, the connection at the side of this LED. So let me check that as well. And by the way, this battery is fully charged. Alright, there we go. So, well, if there was something wrong with the wire, it would have failed by now. So that's not the case. Same here and same here. So whatever the reason that it powers down, I do not know. Next topic for this video is data handling, because I can scroll up and scroll down whatever I want. I want it in a data file, so that is what I'm going to do next. In order to make sure that the controller doesn't power off while I'm change the program, I will use the net adapter. Plug it in and unplug the battery. Well, unplug it. Alright. So now this is safe and I can okay. No, I have to do it different. Is this correct? No, this is not correct. Not root, FTP. Why is there no route? This should be correct. Okay, let's find out what the SSH connection should be. Alright, 133. And FTC, not FTP. Mistakes happen. And yes, FTP is the file transfer protocol, and FTC stands for fischertechnik community. So yeah, quite different. So let's log in here as well. Alright, so now we are in the coder, as you can see, and what I want to do is open a file. And what I am going to do is making life a bit easier. I open a tab here, go to the directory, find the exact code I should use, which is F data being the name of the file, and this is write to, and this is all I have to use in here. And I can't copy it because maybe I could copy it, but anyway, this is also easy. The only thing I should think of is to make a close at the end. And that is here. So I say f dot close. That's one thing. All the way back to the end again. And this is what it is about. So what do I want to enter? Well, counter 0 pre, for instance. That is what I want to enter, want to have written in the file. So f.write counter 0 pre, and I make this, will change the spacing to underscore, and then f.write counter 0 pre, and I will test this right away. And this also means that I will lift it from the table desktop. No, I want it like this. So, running it, will this give an error or not? I hope not. Expected a character buffer object. Yes, I know what I've done wrong here, because it gets a number, and I will have to make sure that that it is a string. So I will make this a string, and that will be a string of counter 0 pre. This should be alright. So let's see if it is. Oh really, I haven't seen that in a while. Ouch. I didn't expect this to happen. It's been a long time since this happened. In order to get this solved, I have to quit program. And since this is Linux, I am finding which is where something is running, and it looks like this is running somewhere. Alright, so I have to kill process ID of 1100, if I'm correct. Yes. You see it is terminated. Going back into the software. Here we are again. So now let's try to run it again. You see that I lift the controller again, so the wheels, the motors are off the desktop. Oh, I didn't expect that. So what is wrong? This is it first prints this counter 0 pre is 0. It is a number. Number, this is a string. So if I want to make it a string, then I have to should do that. A character buffer object, but it is in where it is with this. So what's wrong with it? Oh, right. Wait. Yeah. This is wrong. I assign this to this new variable, and then I of course have to use the variable. So this will be correct. Hopefully connection to TXT aborted. Well, no, not again, please. Which process ID is it this time? 1101? No, I don't think so. This looks like 1135, but I'm not sure about that. Let's try. It is run, so 1134 then. Yes. Then again, why is this happening anyway? It hasn't happened for such a long time. Right. That is exactly what I want. So now there is a data file. Yes, what is the content of it? 0. Yeah, well that looks like exactly what it is supposed to be, because the rest of the data I haven't written to file yet. But at least this is the beginning, and I will have to do that with pre as well. Or should I do that just with the difference? I think for now it is best to put everything together. So no, I'm doing it wrong. Yes, 3 lines copied. These 3 lines are copied now, and pasting right here. So this is going to be 1, because this is about 1. And then here I have to, well, have to is a big word, but make a tab so that it is printed next to it. And let's hope it runs nicely. Really? So what's happening now? I have no idea. So with this quite unexpected thing, yeah, data end, there's no data saved. So once again, lifting it up, run it. Let's hope that now something actually happens. I want that camera not connected. Why? Same thing again. Why is this happening now? No, I have to look for the process. That is L1180. Yes, terminated. As you can see, so this is really annoying. So please, now camera connected, thank you. And again, so what is this anyway? Am I causing this by holding it in a specific way? That's very well possible. Alright, let's do it in a different way then. Using this battery pack, like I've done before, and I put it right here. So now I don't have to lift it, I can leave it as it is. Let's run something again. It looks like that if something goes wrong, anything goes wrong, Murphy visiting, so to say. And this time it is process 1210. Yes. Once again, running it. Camera connected. Alright. Data. Alright. Counter P0, counter 1 0, counter 1 9, counter 1. Do I understand this? Oh, that's one other thing I want to try, a different editor. I'll get to that. Yes, it says while, so it will write it more than once. And yes, here I write it directly after it. So I would have to write a tab here as well. Let's do that. Alright, another attempt. See whatever happens. If something happens. Alright. Yep, that's a bit better. And run it. Camera is connected, that's a good thing. Well, it says things is like that. Okay, that's not what I expected. Anyway, what happened with div? Div is 1. And I realized that the sonar is misguiding because there's a tripod leg in its way, but then again it doesn't do much else, I'm afraid. So what next? I'm going to end this with a floor test. As you can see, the net adapter is still in the controller, and while on the floor I'm going to connect the battery, then pull the net adapter out of the controller, and hopefully it won't power off. So let's do something. Well, at least it didn't power off yet. So one thing on the code, with contact 1 I added this to the coder, so I assigned get current counter value to this new variable. The new variable I print on screen, but I also write it or attempt to write it here, but I see that I make a small mistake here, because I first have to convert it to a string. So let's see if I can make this happen in this way. Would be a nice one. So I convert the string and then put it right into the file, and I'm using for test now a different editor. So let's see how I have to save this. I can't. Alright, very nice. Oh, write out. Okay, yeah. Control O. Name to write. Yes, that's good. Now let's see if this works. If it runs and does anything at all. Camera connected. Nice. Well, it does run. It does do something. The sound of crackling wood. Alright, so let's examine the data. Well, no error. But I don't see this, which is logical because there's no contact made. So in order to do that, I put a battery right in front of the touch sensor. Do again, run it. Alright, it clearly touches the sensor. I know it is a little bit obscured, but well, that's all I can do with my current light sources. Let's examine the data. It made contact, but contact hasn't. Oh wait, it does. I haven't written the contact in it. On the other hand, counter 0C1, is that in it? I do hope so. No, it is not. So it hasn't written it into the file. That is too bad. It made no error, so this construction is correct. A conversion to string and then written into it, but didn't do it. For now, this is it. Thank you for watching. What have I done? Found that for some reason when I touch a wire the controller goes off. It has happened before, but I still have no clue why. I just hope it's not the controller itself, because I don't want to send it back. It takes a week at least to get it back. Then unfortunately quite a few errors have come up, in the sense that controller didn't connect, camera didn't connect, etc. I had to use PS-EF again to find it. Then I think this is a very nice solution to use a camera, and new attempt for a different editor. And I had hoped that it would give a better view of the code in colors, but it hasn't done that yet. If you like this video, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you don't, you can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Please consider to make a small donation to keep my blog going. You can find more info and all the info on my other projects on my website. And this is certainly going to be continued. Bye bye.